We'd be happy to take questions on this project. Before we do go into the questions, standing here on the right side of history, I can't help but think of Marion Milne, who we lost yesterday. And just simply say that I just spoke with Don, spoke with Kathy, and as one Vermonter, I can tell you that losing Marion is a tremendous loss to Vermont. She was an extraordinary friend, an extraordinary woman. She always did what was right, including landing on the right side of history when civil unions was created and passed in Vermont. She lost her seat for that vote. But people like Marion Milne is what makes Vermont so great. And it's a tremendous loss to all of us. I've lost a friend, we've lost a friend, and our thoughts are with her family, who have lost an extraordinary mom, wife, and leader. Let us know if you have questions on this project, or we're here to help.
I have a question on a different topic. Can you discuss your decision to ask the Secretary of Human Services to move on, when that happened, why it happened, etc.?
Sure, I think I have the incoming Secretary with me, Harry Chen. You're welcome to come up. Come on up. Give him a hand. He's about to do a great job. And I think Lawrence Miller might be here too. Yeah, he is. Good. Listen, these decisions are always difficult. Secretary Racine led the agency, as you know, for almost 4 years. And he did it with great distinction. He took on some real challenges, including, just to remind you, having to shut down the state hospital in the middle of the night and rebuild our entire mental health delivery system. He obviously has done great work in trying to make the programs that take care of our most vulnerable Vermonters measurable and accountable, so that taxpayers know what they're getting for what they buy. And he did many other great things while Secretary. As governor, these decisions are never easy, but I felt that it was time for a different kind of leadership. And I'm grateful to Secretary Racine for his service. I'm grateful to have someone as capable as Harry Chen to take over as Secretary and to go in and provide a new kind of leadership that will be great for Vermont's largest state agency.
But why now, at such a tumultuous time for CCF? You just made announcing budget cuts for the department as well. Why get rid of this leader right now in the midst of all this cuts?
Well, I want to make clear that the budget cuts will be carried out exactly as they were proposed, and it really has no impact on this particular decision. You know, I'm not going to talk a lot about why now or look at the past. What I'm saying is I'm grateful to Secretary Racine for his service. I have to make a judgment as governor when I feel that an agency needs new leadership. I made that judgment, and I'm thrilled to have someone as capable as Secretary Chen, who will take over on an interim basis to go in, figure out what needs to stay the same, what needs to change, and we'll make those changes together.
So to be clear, you asked him to resign, is that what happened?
You know, I think you've already printed that, Paul, so I'll just say this. I'm being very clear. I felt that Doug Racine had done great things for the agency. It was time for a leadership change, and I made that change.
Can you discuss why you left Commissioners Yakavoni and Larson in place when their departments are probably facing the most troubles at this point?
You know, I have confidence in all of my secretaries and all of my commissioners and all the people that work for state government. I think you'll find, if you look at my record over the last 3.5 years, that I think I've put together the most extraordinary team in state government. I also have to, as governor, be able to make the judgment when I think it's time to stay the course, to stay the same, and when I feel new leadership is necessary, and I've made that judgment.
So you continue to be confident in Commissioner Larson and Commissioner Yakavoni's leadership, is that what you're saying?
You know, what I've asked ingoing Secretary Chen to do is to go in and see what's working well, what's not working well, like I do with any secretary, and make any recommendations, partner with me to make any changes that might be necessary. But obviously, as I've said before, you know, we've had to take on some pretty tough tasks, Vermont Health Connect being one of them. And, you know, there isn't a governor in the country who hasn't struggled with this. Some have given up altogether and gone to the federal exchange. There's lots of reasons why Vermont can't do that. So, I've said before, our job is to get this right. And I don't think that this is a team effort. It's going to be a team effort. Ultimately, I'm responsible, and we'll get it right.
Commissioner Chen, do you anticipate recommending any leadership changes within the agency?
Well, I think, as the governor said, my task is really to go in with my leadership style, get to know the agency, get to know the breadth of the agency, and it's over almost 4,000 employees. See what's working right, see what's not working right, and certainly if there are ways that I feel in terms of leadership changes that need to be made to address those challenges, then that's something that I'm obviously willing to do. I've been in the job for about 2 hours now, and so it's really hard for me to make any promises at this time.
And will you be seeking the post on a permanent basis?
Well, I think at this point, the agreement we have is that I'm going to be serving on an interim basis. Again, let's just see how things go with more than the first several hours. I've made a commitment through the end of the year, and certainly that's up to a reevaluation as we see how things go.
Governor, how will this change things on the ground for Vermont Health Connect as well as the Department for Children and Families?
Well, I think I just addressed Vermont Health Connect. As you know, it's a tale of two worlds. Some Vermonters who are getting affordable health insurance, in some cases for the first time in their lives, really need it and are really grateful to have it. Those who have change of circumstances, who are incredibly frustrated, should be, and who are working through the backlog right now to get things right for them. In terms of the Department of Children and Families, listen, that all of we Vermonters are heartbroken with the unnecessary loss of lives that we've been confronting, some with the Department of Children and Families and some just a result